Yeah. Hello, everybody. Oh, welcome to Rick's Tech Pub on a Thursday, the 25th of September. Said that all wrong. Had it right in my head, but it didn't come out right. So I hope everybody's having a good day, having good weather. Um, it is mostly sunny here with mostly sunny skies, light winds. It looks like, and hello, Ken. Oh, what the heck was I just gonna do? Oh, come on, YouTube, catch up. There's the studio. Now it's. Did I leave that running? Yes, I did. Thunk, thunk, thunk. There. I didn't comb my hair again. But that'll work. Sorry, guys, I forgot to turn that off. I gotta go back to what I was doing really quick. Gotta go up here. Yeah, see, now that just disappeared off YouTube Studio. Why does it fucking do that? No, I don't want AccuWeather to access my location. No, I'm gonna block that one. Sorry. I block any request to know my location. I just say no. Wow, we're gonna be a little warm today. 79 degrees, a real feel of 80. Not bad. Might be a good day to go out bike riding, which is. I'll get to you guys and chat in here just a sec. Why I started maybe about half minute early or a minute early. Uh, so I'm kind of wanting to get outside, get some biking done, go around and ride around to a few places. Might end up going to northeast. Hook up the trailer. I don't have any pickups today, so nothing for me to do on that side. So I'm just trying to catch up from being gone yesterday and catching up to emails. Had a bunch of text messages yesterday while I was on my way down to the cities, and I had to tell them I'm on my way down to the cities. Please get a hold of me Thursday afternoon. It's funny how I say Thursday afternoon and people call me Thursday morning. And I told one guy, which I don't know, just kind of joking, but yet I kind of wasn't. I said, didn't I say Thursday afternoon? Well, yeah, you did, but I know you're home now, so I'm gonna be out running around later, so I figured I'd call you now. Okay. Um, so nothing really with computers to do. So except my own projects, which I gotta find a few projects to get into, something to study up on, or something to look at, and I'll share it with you somehow. But I can't think of anything like that, so or what that would be. So it kind of just stuck with general chit chat until we kind of get something going here. Oh yeah, and I don't know. I think I mentioned this, but the ISO now for Windows 25 H2, you can go get it if you'd want. But eh, that's all I'm gonna say. But, eh. But yeah, kind of crazy around here. People are just they're kind of taking whatever Windows does as whatever Windows does, and they're not really concerned about it. I don't really see a lot of people complaining, and I didn't get back to chat like I said I was going to. Did I? Shame on me. People just aren't really Because, well, most people around here aren't on desktops. A lot of people around here are on their phone or on a tablet. Or they watch everything from their TV, because these smart TVs have the YouTube app and whatever other app they have on them. And they do everything from either from their TV to their tablet, or in some cases, like I do, like coming back from St. Cloud yesterday, is watching videos on my phone. So, and there's a channel I was watching as to their speculations as to why the viewership viewer count on our videos is going down. I don't know. A lot of it, he said that we've changed. Since we've started doing the YouTube thing till today, there's things how we do things, how we say things, or what we do, or the people that were there before aren't here, and so people kind of get stuck in a rut of seeing how things used to be, and when we change things and people disappear, or the place you're doing videos at or doing wherever that changes. So I don't know, that was kind of their speculation. One of them. And the other is that they were just saying that um, people just aren't on desktops anymore. A lot of people are starting to go to tablets and TVs. And sometimes, if they can, they'll do it. They'll watch a video on their phone. They'll live stream from their phone. I've seen people do that. Well, online I have. I haven't seen people in my area, and that's the other kind of strange thing is around here is people don't do a lot of video recording. Except for the TV station. You'll see them out once in a while, but as far as me seeing anybody around downtown, walking around with their phone in their hand and they're doing this kind of thing, they're making a video as they're walking, I don't see any of that around here. And in fact, I see none of it. I'm the only one. It is either got a phone in his hand, or and it's in the other room, isn't it? Or my GoPro on my bike, which most people won't know that's what it is because I have this on it. This is just kind of like a windsock. So yeah, the front would be, this would be the front, I think, or something like that. No, this is the front. This is the front, yeah, because the button to hit the record button is on the top. So yeah, power button here, record button here, or to take a picture, you hit the top button. Yeah, so that's the front. Yeah, that's the front or something like. I'd have to put it in there and make it for it to make sense. Okay, yeah, this is the front. So I use that so you don't hear the wind. If I don't have this on there, all you hear is the wind, and you don't really hear me. So I use that. Um, my selfie stick. Where the hell? Oh yeah. Ow. I have this. So if you ever want to go, I probably won't do it around here. I'll probably get people pointing their finger at me and calling me a bunch of names. And no, I'm not gonna. But if you were in a place where you could outside, like at a park, and it's not very busy, you can put your GoPro on here, or there's an attachment for this, and I can't find mine. It's to say it's the phone attachment, because you'd want to put this on your phone. So that doohickey thing you put on here for your phone, then you use your phone to record yourself. or something like that. Um, and a lot of the stuff I have, I need to upgrade. I've had it for a while, and the stuff works. That's why I keep using it. I need to get another 500, no, 1 terabyte. No, forget what size this is. 500 gig is a 1 terabyte. I think it's a 1 terabyte. I don't know. I can never remember on this one. It's a Seagate, and I don't know. That's kind of the junk I work with. In fact, I gotta get somebody's 500 gigs, and he's got it full, and he wants to put it onto a 1 terabyte NVMe. So I'm gonna do a data transfer on that. I don't know if I'll sit there through the whole thing. That might take a half hour, maybe an hour. But I don't have anything to do in that area, so I don't know. Hope he doesn't have videos, or hope it's just like document files. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sitting there all day, and he's gonna want to talk about something, and I don't want to talk to him. And it's just so I got little things to do, but nothing really major. I got another gal here in the building that's gonna buy a tablet one of these days, and when she does that, then she wants me to help her set it up. Eh, I can try. I'm not too successful on tablets. But the thing is, for the password and everything, I'll have to have her do that because I'm not gonna make a password for her with her sitting right next to me. And I'll tell her what the password is, and she says, "Well, that's stupid." It's like, fine, then you make it. But I think we'll do all. Well, maybe I don't have to do a password, but I think she said on the one she has now is password protected. So when she turns it on, just like your desktop or laptop, and if it's password protected, your sign-in thing will show up. Which reminds me, I need to start looking for a tablet. I'd like to get one. But the one I have, which I think I showed you the blue one. That's a pile of crap. It was supposed to be so-called a gaming tablet, and no, that thing couldn't, no. It's maybe for good for maybe taking pictures, but why would you want to take pictures on a tablet that's yay big, sit here and hold the thing and then find the, I don't know. I don't think tablets are good without a good support, which is what I would need to get. So I need to start looking at tablets. So if anybody has any ideas out there on some good, decent, although they all have contracts you'd have to get into, so hmm, I don't know. Hey Jeff. Yeah, it is a slow day. I think everybody's just out doing whatever. Ain't too many people here today. And that's funny, Ken, because I got a new subscriber the other day, and I sent the notice out that I've got a live stream today. Well, he must not have never seen it or whatever. A lot of people just, I don't know. I think part of the problem is this is going to go under the 24-hour process. So after I get done with the live stream, nobody can see it until 24 hours later, until YouTube decides to let people see it. That's kind of defeating the. I don't know. I don't understand what YouTube's doing. It's kind of defeating the process. If it's supposed to be a live stream, then a live stream's with people in chat. But if they don't, I don't know. It makes no sense why they shut it off to the world after the live stream's over and it's got to process for 24 hours. Jesus Christ! It's no wonder my viewers. I think that's part of the problem. It's not that just what YouTube's doing and the desktops and laptops and whatever. I think that lately it's been because they've turned that on, the 24-hour, not available for 24 hours for it takes 24 hours for it to process, and then they throw it back into the public view. And I don't see why they started doing that, but I think they need to stop. It's not doing anybody any good like me that's doing live streams, and by the time people see it, it's not live. Because all it's going to say is streamed 21 hours ago. Well, then that's not a live. Uh, I don't know. I don't understand it, so I'm just shooting my mouth off from nothing. But I think they need to change it back to the way things used to be, the way things were. And I know I need to start doing more uploads. I'm aware of that, but they're doing that for the uploads too. It takes 24 hours for it to process. Then they throw it back out into the public view again. It's like, why? Why'd they have to change it? Nah, never mind. I'm gonna start bitching at it about it, and then I'm gonna get irritated, and then I'm gonna tell you how I really feel about it, and I don't want YouTube hearing that. Because then they'll say, oh, he must not like us. Click. Goodbye. What? Just stating my thoughts. But yeah, I'm hearing a lot of people on YouTube that are starting to finally complain about what YouTube's doing. But a lot of people are just up and leaving. Some of these older channels that I've been watching that have been around for 10, 12, 15 years, some of them are finally leaving because of how YouTube is behaving nowadays. They're just gonna go to some other platform. Um, Unfortunately, it's gonna be Twitch or some other revenue thing that I haven't done, and I probably won't. I don't think I'll ever go to Twitch. I've thought about it, like dual streaming to YouTube and to Twitch, but I don't think so. And then there's X. I don't know if I could live stream to X. Not that I would, but it's out there. Because Leo Laporte, he live streams to seven or eight platforms at once. He's got a whole bunch of them, and I'd have to listen to that list of places again, and I don't know. Maybe I need to broaden my horizons a little bit, kind of spread out and get more channels, and maybe kind of get my name out there. But and I know that I started this kind of off as a computer tech channel, and it is. But as far as the computer stuff, that's kind of just done. People just are not requesting computer bills nowadays. I haven't had one in 6 months, and I did that over at their place. And college has started, school has started. I think they've got what they want for the school year, so it's kind of a dead end at both ends. Because either when school starts or when college starts, and people around here just don't have the money for it, so But every once in a while, someone will have me do a Windows install or something, Windows 11 or something. And I can't charge them for the Windows 11 itself, but I have a charging fee for doing that setup and install and doing whatever I gotta do. And with some people, I think most people around this neighborhood and community, they know by now because I barked about it enough that I'm not charging them for the OS. But I can't just sit there for nothing and charge you nothing. So there's going to be a charging fee for the work that I'm doing for putting Windows 11 on. People are asking me if I'll still install Windows 10. Not at this point. Uh-uh. Nope. So I think that's kind of shut me off to the world too. Is a lot of people around here are still on Windows 10, and they're wanting to do reinstalls, and they say, "Well, will you do Windows 10?" Nah, not really. I'm kind of Windows 11 going forward. Oh, come on, help a guy out. Like, oh, fine. I'll just triple charge you or something. I mean, I guess I'll do it, but I don't know. People really should be moving to Windows 11, but there's a few of them that won't. Even though I've told them left and right that you can't use this till after October. After yeah, October is it? October 14th or whatever. And some people just are they're just why isn't it showing up on my phone? That it says if I yeah, it's most people around here are just they're gonna stay on Windows 10 for as long as they can. So that's a bad mistake after next month. Yeah, well, what could it hurt? Oh, what could it hurt? Well, ransomware to lose all your private, you're gonna lose your identity. A whole bunch of nasty things are gonna happen. Your accounts are gonna be exposed because you're basically naked when you have no support from Windows. That support is gone next month, and some people are just not getting it. They're just not understanding what I'm trying to get through their thick skull. 'Cause they don't have much more time left to be on this ride, and they're gonna have to get off of it eventually. Some people just look at me like, "Oh, what do you mean?" Like, oh God. Oh, how many times have I explained that story now? 25, 30 times? The reason they need to get off is because Windows is closing support for this operating system. What does that mean? Like, oh my God. Oh, it means that usually the antivirus won't work. Any other software you have for protection on your computer will not work. Well, Malwarebytes might, but I wouldn't rely on that alone. Um, yeah, one guy asked me about Zone Alarm. He said, "Well, if the Windows antivirus is going away, then couldn't we just go over to Zone Alarm?" Yeah, I think that's paid. I think that's paid nowadays. I think they went behind a paywall. I think. I don't know. Being that everything else is going behind paywalls, I'm sure that Zone Alarms. I don't know what they'd call it. I think they also turn themselves into a suite. So is everything bundled together for one price or something? I don't know. Hello, lawn dog. Yeah, it's a little windy here. Yeah, I think Zone Alarm, Blonde Dog, I think it's still out there. I think. Maybe it isn't. I have had no interest in it, but there's people around here trying to keep Windows 10 alive is beyond its expiration date, and so they asked me couldn't they just switch over to Zone Alarm, but I think that's a paid. I think that I think they fell behind a paywall because they went to a suite, and the whole entire bundle for that suite is for a one low price of whatever it is, monthly or yearly. If they were smart, it'd be yearly, but I don't know. I think it's monthly. I don't know. I've only used Zone Alarm in many years ago. Many years ago. Yeah, I haven't used Zone Alarm in many years. I used to, for a while. I think that's when I lived over in Northeast. When I had Windows XP or whatever it was. Um, what the hell was it? I started at Windows XP, then I went to Windows 2000. Piece of shit software. God, it was horrible. Then I went to Windows ME. Oh my God, that was even worse. You know, a Windows ME, Windows Millennium. Can't say anything good about those. So yeah, I've been on the older versions of Windows, and I'm going on the new versions of Windows today. So yeah, I know it'd be kind of neat to see a Windows 2000 again, offline. See if I can do some of the stuff I did back then. I didn't do much with it. I had, besides the internet that we had that was crappy. The Windows 2000, that yeah, I didn't do too much with that. It was one of those that you used when you had to and didn't when you didn't have to. And then Windows ME was kind of the same way, just kind of used it when you had to. And computers nowadays will gladly sit in front of for 3 or 4 or 5 hours, but back then I didn't really care for being on the computer. They were so doggone slow, and they kept blue screening because I demanded too much for them to do at once because they were a single core with barely any memory. Um, and I was asking them to do way too much than what they were designed to do at that time. I tried to get 20 things open and try to get it to run 15 different programs at once, and because I would just hit the start button every single program, I'd click on that, click on that, click on that, click, just work my way up. I only got to about, I don't know, third one, fourth one, and it locked up on me. And it went from locked up, and it tried restarting, and then it went to blue screen. Well, today's computers can do that easily. You have 6 or 7 programs running in the background. Has everything you're doing, anything else. Today's computers can do it. Computers back then, that had megabytes of memory couldn't do it. They just didn't have the kahunas behind it. But I always thought they did. I always brought every single computer back then. Well, even heck, even Windows 7 computers, the early ones, especially XP, I crashed those computers a lot. Windows 7 was a little bit more difficult, but still, I just kept throwing things at it. It's like, well, you gotta go down eventually, and eventually it did. It just, ding, gone. Restarted and turned everything off that I had turned on and restarted. I kept doing that, and a few computers I killed. They just couldn't take the abuse anymore. It turned on, turned right back off. Like, Carlos reached up to the power button. It's like, I think you killed it. It's like, yeah, I think I did. We're just doing whatever with, and that was about 1:40 in the morning. We were just playing with it. We finally killed it. It wouldn't turn on anymore. I think we fried the power supply. Is what I think. Power supply just didn't have that much power to be given, so we were demanding more than it could deliver, and I think we burned up the power supply because it just wouldn't power on anymore. You could sit there and hit that power button all night long. It wouldn't do anything. So that's what I think. Yeah, Carrie's on today, is he? Yeah, I guess he is. Wow. So that's but especially the computer in the bedroom, the 14 core. That computer and well, that that's another story I'll talk about. But the one in the bedroom for now, I'll talk about. I can throw anything in it. I can throw anything at it. It won't slow down. It won't stop. It won't even hiccup. It's not there. That's not how the computers of the early 90s worked. Late 90s, 95, 98. That's not how they worked back then. You throw too much at it, it just simply stops. That one in the bedroom. This one here is pretty good at it, but if I throw enough at it long enough, it will start to complain. Some things won't start working right, or there'll be little glitches here and there, but for the most part, it does okay. The one that does better is the one that I'm using for the server. That's an 8 core. This one here is a 6. So this one really doesn't have the what's to quite do what I want. That's why I let everything in the bedroom do the 14 core. That one does all the heavy lifting, all the video editing, photo editing, photo cropping. I don't know. There are some people that know how to do some pretty nifty things with photos around here, so I've kind of broadcasted it. If they need a computer while I'm sitting there watching, if they need a computer that'll do what they want to get done rather quickly, come down to my place and we'll see what a 14 core computer can do. I've wowed a few people since I started doing that. There's a guy that came from downtown and he had to edit some photos and kind of brighten things up. And he says, "So you think you got a 14 core that'll do things, huh?" It's like, well, it should. I kid you not. 10 minutes later, after using that computer, he's like, "Jesus, this is like driving a Ferrari." You got the horsepower when you need it, and it's kind of calm and relaxing when you don't. It's like, yeah, you just kind of have to be careful with it. So yeah, he liked it. I don't think I'll ever convince Nate to come down here and use it because he's the one that's so paranoid about people having COVID. I can't get him to be within 2 feet of me, and he starts running the other way. So, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna go another 6 minutes here, guys, and I think I'm gonna end it because Don't look like anybody's saying anything in the chat, so I don't want to look over and see how many viewers I've actually got. I'm going to be highly disappointed, so I'm not going to look at that. But I know I've only got maybe one or two. Like, where did everybody go today? Headstash isn't here. I know I'm boring, but I didn't think I was that boring. But like I said, I don't necessarily blame it all on me. I think of what YouTube is doing in their shenanigans and their changing the algorithm again. Um, Things are just gonna stay screwed up forever, and it's just gonna keep getting worse. Oh, I have 7. That's interesting. Yeah, current viewer 7. Well, there's 7 viewers and nobody really saying anything in chat, but I'm not gonna push the issue. I understand people just want to watch me and not say anything, and then judge me later or whatever. But yeah, eventually I'll get things rolling into kind of a regular scheduled program that you guys will be able to watch. And when I get the web viewing thing taken care of on OBS, um, which may not be, I won't do that today, but I gotta get things on OBS straightened out and be able to be out on the internet and let you guys see what I'm seeing. I just haven't gotten to that point yet. Um, yeah, there's nothing around here that you guys would want to see, so eventually I will get to it, but it's probably gonna take me having to spend some money that. As I talked to my mom the other day about it, she says, "Yeah, that can happen. It's just not gonna happen very often." She's just a person, like I said before, that's just not into. She's not into America spending money. She thinks they'd rather save it. Why? And I don't dare get onto the subject with her of, well, I can't take it with us when we die, which is, yeah, you don't want to say that to her. Trust me, I went down that avenue once already. Not doing that again. Now I know why this was over here. Now I know why. Okay, there. Oh, I don't use any apps. Burger King apps. I know I probably should get into using apps, but we got 2 or 3 people chatting in chat, and we got 7 people watching. Hmm. Somebody else that's watching want to step up to the chat and say hi? I'll say hi back. I won't bite. Hey, there's Headstash. How you doing, Headstash? Yeah, I start talking about people and their ears must start burning or something because they get on here. And so we're getting one extra person. Like to see maybe one more. Yeah, long dog. Some people don't do things the way you do, so you might want to just leave that alone. I don't use apps either. I just using apps. I need to put the YouTube Studio on my phone. That's what I need to do, but that wouldn't be a good idea. What is web viewing? Uh, I don't know. You lost me on that one. Web viewing. I know of the words, but I can't. The definition has left me. 'Cause I remember talking about, it, but that was yesterday or the day before. I think it's from something, but oh, web viewing for OBS, getting on the internet through the browser source or whatever. I gotta fix that. I, and people are telling me you gotta be exact on the web address that you put into it, otherwise it won't show up. I said, yeah, you have the HTTPS whatever websites. He said, no, 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 no. You can't have the entire thing. You've got to shrink it down. He said to a certain point. He said that's the way he does it and it works. And he's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. You can't just take the entire web address and put it in the OBS. It won't read it that way. He shrinks these down to a certain point and then edits the web something. And he said that's how he does it. But like, I think you can just throw any website in there. I don't. He said no. You got to edit the website so the OBS is like, no, you okay, whatever. I don't think you do. I think it'll work on any web address. I think if I just put the website in it itself, it should work. Like if I say YouTube.com, that should work. But he said no. He said, well, then I don't know how to do it. So I thought you could just put the whatever you're going to in there and it would work. He said no. You have to edit the website you're going to. It's like, oh, I don't know how to edit websites addresses. Yeah, and I tried it. It didn't work. I tried YouTube.com. That didn't work, so I went HTTPS something YouTube.com/ something. That didn't work. Then I tried going to our local dispatch, and it couldn't find it. So I know all the ways you're supposed to do it. Just with mine, it won't. So I know how to do it. I know, and yeah, just on mine it won't. I know the process as to how to do it, but I just put like YouTube.com. That don't show up. Or go with our local dispatch, the dispatch.com. It has to do something with something, I don't know. But what I'd like to do is Google Maps, Google Street Maps, Google, and then get on the Google Maps and then get on the Street View. There's a few places I'd like you guys to see, but Google Street Maps, that's such a convoluted website in itself that I haven't even attempted to try to do in that one. No, I don't use other people's creator content, but just trying to get on outside of YouTube, like Street View. I don't know how you would do the address on that. Google Maps / Street View, I think. I don't know. And then Amazon. Speaking of which, um, those packages that I ordered, they must have some distribution here local in Minnesota somewhere because I got those packages on the morning of the third day. So they've got to have some distribution here in Minnesota because that usually takes 3 days, is usually 4 days. And 5 days is usually maybe 5.5, maybe 6 days. No, this showed up on the morning of the third. I was like, wow, that's here already. They had to ship that from Minnesota. They had to because that showed up way too quick. Someone texted me and said, "Rick, you got packages down here." It's like, what? It's when I ordered the tail lights and the headlights for my bike. Someone said I had packages down there. I was like, huh? Then I looked at my Amazon order and it said it was delivered. Like, you're kidding me. So I went down there. Sure enough, they were there. I was just, wow, that's here already. It hasn't even been 3 days. 3 full days. Because it was the morning of the third. I went down there at about 10 to 10. And someone I said I had packages. Like, how could I have packages? That's going to show up tomorrow. So I checked with my email and I said it's been delivered. Wow. That was quick. Oh, distribution. I got something from Amazon. Well, that's always happening to me. Get it from Amazon, but it's shipped from somewhere else. No, that's just a company with. They're just in agreement with Amazon to do shipping for Amazon or whatever, or vice versa. That Amazon can ship for them. I don't know how it works, but I'm sure they have an agreement with that company somehow. They wouldn't just be doing that for the heck of it. All right, a couple more minutes, guys, and I think I maybe have tongue tongue twisted on that one. A couple more minutes, guys, and I think I'm gonna hang it up. I need to get outside. I need to step outside. I need to be outside. I need to, yeah. I need to hook up the trailer. Is what I need to do. That's gonna take a little bit. The problem is just getting the trailer hooked up is easy, but because now you just put the coupling in the holder, the coupling holder or whatever. You put the pin in through it, and then you just latch it shut. It doesn't go anywhere. I need to put the pin in for the hitch up to the trailer itself. I haven't been doing that lately. It's just got a push ball thing that you push in. And that's how it locks into place, but it's got that little knobby thing that you can push in and release it. Haven't been putting the safety pin in it. If that ball thing releases, or if it gets loose somehow, that whole hitch will separate from the trailer. But I've got it secured in other ways that it still won't go anywhere. Might drop down a little bit, but it's not going to wander away from me. I've got other attachments attached to it to prevent the trailer from running away from me if it ever detaches from the hitch itself. But it won't if I keep remembering to put the pin in it. Which sometimes I don't. I just get off and ride and like, oh, did I put the pin in? And I look down. Nope, I didn't, because I can see it down there dangling behind the tire. Like, God dang it. No, not in front of the tire. That's for the side rail. But it's on. Yeah, if I look off to my over my right shoulder or underneath or look back, I can see that thing hanging there. It's like, no, I didn't connect it. I know I did that with one trip without that safety pin in there. I'm freaking lucky it didn't leave me. Really lucky. But with that, guys, it is 2:50. I'm out of words, and chat's kind of slow today, so I do thank everybody for being here today. We'll try this again tomorrow. Maybe we'll get more people in chat and get chat going here, because it has not really gone anywhere except for Long Dog, as far as people saying anything. I'm going to go outside and enjoy the nice 79 degrees. And I'll see all of you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Until then, guys, later.